great to be talking to you today. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
At least to be said, the last week has been a roller coaster ride for you, and I assume the last 24 hours have been so as well. How are you doing today? What do you think about everything?
Um, I think a lot. I think my mind is still reeling. So much happened in the past week for me. It was extremely high emotions.
Yeah.
I haven't been in an emotional state like that in I think the entirety of the game. I tried to be at least a little calm, and the past week I was just off the rails. So I'm coming back to center. I'm coming back to myself. I'm becoming more of the calm person that I was before I entered the Big Brother house.
Now, obviously, now that you're out of the house, you've heard or been informed of all the different fan reactions, all the different reactions from various people. Um, when it comes to Raleigh, what is your next steps now, and what's on your mind as we talk?
I think I am excited to talk to him and see what's going on, where his head is at, all of that good stuff. He made my time in the house great, honestly. He was a rock to me. And it was really hard navigating him being gone without him being there, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I am just excited to be able to talk to him.
Well, yeah, I mean, he was a big part of your experience, a big part of
Mm-hmm.
your story there. Now, as I've said to, house guests before, I mean, what people don't realize is that you're with each other for 24/7. That's like friendships or relationships on like steroids, nothing that most people experience. And you said to him at one point, like, I'm not used to this. It usually takes me time to warm up. And so how was that everything just coming to the fore for you? How was it like being in that pressure cooker in that kind of sped up environment?
Um, it was really interesting. I still felt like it's weird thinking that I still felt like I was, going like so slow with
Right.
him. And now I know probably looking back, I'm going to be like, girl, that was so quick. But yeah, it was a weird mix of like, this is so slow, but also so fast because that amount of time that we spent together, if you split it up in the outside world,
Right.
would take months to spend together. It was 24/7, no breaks, no pauses. We, I want to brush my teeth, and then he's probably there as well. And it's like that with everybody in the house. Um, so you meet and then you live together, and you have no outside sources and nothing like it's insane. And I think the fact that I never got like very unhappy with him and I never felt like uncomfortable with him, like anything like that, with being around him 24/7 for 6 weeks straight, I think is insane. He is a really good person, and I liked him more every day, I feel like.
Now, that environment that we just spoke about, is that part of the reason you did, because you did go up to him at one point and say, I want to slow things down a bit here. That's no reflection on you. That's just how I'm feeling at the moment. Was that environment all part of that kind of decision for you?
I honestly think part of that, which I honestly don't quite remember, but um, uh, likely, I think there's cameras in that house, and
Yeah,
I think that part started to get to me a little bit,
right.
and I think with my other like friendships and relationships in the house, I didn't feel the cameras as heavily. But I knew I was in a showmance, and I felt very watched at certain moments, and I also felt myself like forgetting. I felt like a little too often that I was being watched, and I was like, okay, gosh, I need to like, I need to take a step and breathe for a second. But it was in no way a reflection of Riley. It was honestly that I felt like I was moving very quick as well, and I was like, scrambled. I hadn't felt, like that for somebody in quite some time. I'm very young, but it still had been quite a bit since I felt that strongly, especially that quickly
Yeah.
for literally anyone. And I think that was more so just like a personal thing that I was like, oh my gosh, like I don't know how to deal with having actual feelings. This is crazy type of thing.
Well, what most
um,
people don't realize too is when you're in the house, you hear those cameras moving and you hear them zooming in on you. That most people don't understand that. Now,
yeah.
you're in this relationship, you're in this showmance. You have a meeting with Rachel in the HOH, and she goes on and on about how you guys remind her of her and Brandon, how she wanted to work with you, how she wanted to protect you, and then what happened happened.
Hmm.
How do you feel about all of that? Because she certainly did a 180.
Yeah, I think I left that conversation being like, I definitely can't trust Rachel. And before she put Riley up, I was like, can we trust her fully? No. But
Right.
did I think that she was a threat to me or Riley that week?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. And I was a bit surprised um, until in that moment I would have been surprised about her putting Riley up, but I got a really bad gut feeling about renom if a
Right.
veto was used. And I said that, and people were like, "Why didn't you tell me?" And I was like, "It's a gut feeling. Like, what? You were going to change your game based off of my gut? No, you weren't." um, so yeah, I fought for that and this, and
Yeah.
yep, didn't work out.
And you had the same kind of experience with Vince. I mean, after you were nominated, you met with him and you had no bones about, and you speak your mind and you told him directly, like, this is what I feel that you did to me. This is what I feel how you treated me. What do you think of his overall gameplay? You've been able to watch him 24/7. What do you think about his gameplay?
I think that I don't fully understand it yet. I
You're not
um
alone.
yeah, I definitely understood that there were two options in front of me, and one of them was that Vince genuinely was completely in the clear and just constantly manipulated and had no idea what he was doing, or people were influencing him, but he was also on those influencees' side more so. And I was like, he's either, that indecisive and that stupid and had no idea what was going on, or he knows what's going on and he feels bad about it.
Right.
And after finding out about the alliance, I was like, okay, I think it's more so he knows what's going on and he feels bad about it. And he doesn't fully know if it's the right decision, but things like that. And while I was in the house, I couldn't fully decide which one it was. And because I would see how emotional Vince would get, and I'm like, dang, dude, how, like, it was hard to be like, when I could see how upset he was, I was like, is he actively working against me? I can't figure this out right now. It feels like it, but he keeps getting sad. So what's going on?
Did that all come into your mind because you almost won the wall? You were like this
Mm-hmm.
close. You stayed up there that long, over an hour. Did that kind of play into your thoughts when you were thinking, should I make a deal with this guy?
Yeah, it did. I think I might look a little silly for not making a deal, but I think Vince also proved multiple times that he is not necessarily good for his word in that game.
Yeah.
So yeah, I genuinely didn't have much trust for him, and even after that, I don't think the deal on the wall would have been more solidified than when he was HOH. He told me, "You're not on my radar at all." So it's like that's the same thing almost. He told me I would be safe with him. I think it was Friday morning,
Right.
and nominations were that day, and I was safe then, but I wasn't safe on the day that we did the veto meeting. So I don't know how much making a deal 8 hours prior would have made much of a difference.
Now, you mentioned a couple times before that in your past, you've been through a lot in your life.
Yeah.
And it comes from watching the feed. Now, I can't read auras like Ava or anything like that, but it seems to be just the way you carry yourself that you seem to be a person who's have to go through a lot, has made through a lot of hurdles in your life. Did that affect the way you played the game, or did that affect your experience in the house at all? Did it prepare you in any way?
Um, yeah, I think in some ways it was a bit of a benefit because I was able to not get super emotional in some instances.
Right.
But in some ways that wasn't a major benefit either because I had at least a couple conversations where people were concerned I didn't care about being there too much, and they didn't understand why I wasn't so emotional. But it's just kind of like a perspective thing. I feel like I walked into the house with, and I was like, no matter what happens, like I know that I am a really strong person,
Yeah.
and I was like, this is in no way going to be, the worst experience, and it's probably going to be the best experience once I have a little bit more separation from it.
Yeah.
It already is a really good one to me. I'm so glad that I did it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think I just felt like I had already been kind of fortified by my life experiences, and it aided me the best that it could.
Now, you missed the jury by that much.
I
If
did.
if you were to vote today based on who's left in the house, who would you vote to win Big Brother, Catherine?
Um, I want Rachel and Vince in that final two. And I said it and I meant it. If I had been on jury and Rachel had made it to final two, she would get my vote in a heartbeat. That is insane. I mean, it's just crazy. It is mind boggling. And I would vindictively vote against whoever allowed her to be there next to them. Yeah, she is playing an insane game as the only returnee, having to build connections with all people that should have wanted
Right.
her out immediately. And I think that's just it's crazy to see. It was crazy while I was there. I was just like, is everyone insane? But also, I mean, it's to most people's benefit, and it's probably good that I wasn't on that jury because Rachel was going to win for me.
Well, Catherine, it's been wonderful talking to you. All the best of luck in the future. And we can't wait to see you on the finale. I'm sure you'll have a lot to say.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Take care, Catherine. Have a great day.
You too.